Today, we are going to be making the strangest system possible. We're going to be pushing Universe Sandbox to its limits and pretty much ignoring all the laws of physics for this video. But it's not just me making a system today. I got Neptunian Guy, a fellow Universe Sandbox YouTuber, to also make a system today. So we are each making our own system, and then at the end, we're gonna send each other the systems, and I'm gonna review his and he's gonna review mine. Now, what's gonna make this interesting is Neptunian Guy's knowledge of this game. He's been making videos on this game way longer than I have, and he goes way more in depth in his videos. So I'm really interested to see what kind of planets and what kind of system he can make, and we're gonna see today. Also, when me and him first started talking about this, he said something about modded objects, so I think we're gonna see some modded Universe Sandbox objects in his system today. But before we can see that, we gotta make him a system. So let's open a new simulation. Okay, so here we are in a blank simulation, and the first thing I'm gonna do is change the background, because this is the default background, but there are actually other backgrounds that we can use. I like this one. Let's go with this one, because this is multicolor nebula type thing. It's looking cool. Okay, so to make the strangest system, we can't just have one star. I'm thinking we do a 3-star system. So we do 2 stars in the middle orbiting each other, and then 1 star far out. So you'll see what I mean. Let's start with, we gotta pick a star. Okay, Alpha Centauri A is gonna be, it's a little bit bigger than the sun, but we're still gonna use it. So I'm gonna put it right here. And then if we go binary and turn balance motion on, this will let us do binary. We don't want them too close. Okay, I'm gonna try that. So let's see if those are stable in an orbit. Yes, check it out. That's beautiful. Okay, so that's how you do a basic binary system. We're gonna, if you hold control and drag, you can select multiple objects, and we're gonna do that and create a barycenter. And this is going to show the point that they're orbiting around. So we wanna place our planets around this, not the stars, because then they won't be perfectly in orbit. Okay, we are gonna need some names for these. Okay, we're gonna do NG1, NG for Neptunian Guy, okay, and then NG2. And they're exactly the same, so there we go. Okay, NG1 and 2 are gonna be our main stars. So we're gonna have planets orbiting around them. So for our first planet, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a lava planet because they're gonna be pretty close to these planets. Problem is, if they get too close, it will get thrown out of orbit. That looks pretty good though. Okay, so here is our closest planet. This already has water. Look at this planet already. This might have a chance of life already on it. 36.5. Wow, okay, poor planet. We are going to destroy it. I do think it's probably heating up right now. It's cooling down, interesting. Okay, so I want this to be lava. How's their habitable view? Oh, interesting. These stars don't produce. They do. What is wrong with this planet? Look. So just like an Earth-like planet, you'd have to put it all the way out here to be in the green. But for this planet, for some reason, it needs to be all the way up there. How is it freezing? Okay, here we go. So the planet's super reflective. If we turn this down, watch this. Yep, there we go. Immediately, you could see that it made it into the red. So now it's going to absorb a lot more heat. And this will definitely make it start heating up. There you go. You can see. Let's just watch it, actually, and see if this starts melting into lava like I want it to over time. How did it freeze? Oh, I might have ruined it by speeding it up too much. Okay, attempt 2, really quick. Problem is you can't get them. If you get them too close, then the individual stars will start pulling and it will not work. Okay, I don't like the surface map on this one, so I'm gonna switch it. Found it. Okay, so you can see we can just pick different kind of planet models to go off of. Okay, I'm gonna set the temperature really high, like what, 600 C? See, and then we start to get this lava effect, which is cool. Maybe go a little more like that. Okay, and I want it to kind of look like lava rock too, so I'm gonna make it black, you know, black and gray, kind of maybe a tiny bit of orange in there, a little more red, something like this. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so even though it does have light on it, it doesn't really look like it. Okay, we are gonna need to adjust that albedo again. Okay, this orbit looks a lot more stable because we were going very fast there. Let's adjust the albedo again and it'll start heating up pretty quick. So we want it to be stable at around 600. So let's just set it there and see. Okay, it does need a little more. We can give it an atmosphere, which I will do. Why not? Let's just adjust some of the visuals on that atmosphere. Make it a red atmosphere. Clouds. I don't want clouds. Something like that. Just barely. And okay, it's still cooling down. Okay, there we go. It's pretty stable now. It is slowly rising, so it might be a little hotter at the end, but we're gonna leave it there. Let's give it a cool interface color. All right, okay, there's our first planet. Okay, so we haven't done anything too crazy yet. A lava planet and a binary system. We need to really push this. So the next one might be a little harder. I'm gonna try to make a super small habitable planet in this system. So I'm actually gonna start with a random moon, but we're gonna put it, where's our habitable zone? About there. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. And what size is this right now? Okay, it is actually very, very small already. It's only 1.5 times the size of our moon. So if you see, here's our moon. It's actually pretty close in size, but the mass is a little more. So I'm actually going to turn this down some more. We're gonna make it even smaller. Okay, it's now classified as a dwarf planet, which is what I want. And you could see that if we put the moon next to it. Look at that size. Or even put the Earth. Like, look at the size difference. Okay, so here we have our planet. So now we just need to get this habitable. So to get water on these really small objects, you actually have to add a tiny bit of hydrogen, just like that. And then we're gonna add some water. I also don't like this elevation map, so I'm going to kind of play around till I find one I like. Okay, I think I like this one. Let's put some water on it. Okay, it doesn't look like it has... Okay, there we go. You can see that we just kind of want it barely covered like this, so we still have like some oceans. But I wonder if I can make this so it's deeper. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Start to cover a little bit more of the planet like that. Okay, so this is looking good so far. Let's put an atmosphere on it. How big of an atmosphere should I put? One Mars atmosphere? It's hard because the object is so small. That looks pretty decent. I'm gonna maybe go a little more. That atmosphere does look pretty good, I think. Let's see. Let's make this kind of greenish, you know, greenish, brownish, like vegetation colors. Okay, this is looking really good, actually. Let's see our life likelihood right now. Okay, it's only 0.2, so how can I get that higher? Average temperature looks decent. What's our rotational period at? 2 days. Let's make it 1 day. That brought it up a tiny bit. I think it's going to be really hard to get a good life likelihood on an object this small. It might want a higher pressure. Let's do 1 bar, which is same as Earth, standard pressure. We'll just go 1 atmosphere of pressure. Is that going to help? Yeah, okay, that does help. 6.4%. Huh. It might be a lot harder. It might be really hard to get that up. Okay, this planet is absorbing a lot of... Okay, the temperature is actually pretty stable. You can see right here, it's not really changing. It is going up a tiny bit. So I'm going to raise this probably to 0.1. Still going up. We'll go 0.2. This is changing how much light it's reflecting. A little higher. Okay, it's pretty stable now. Yeah, you can see it's just barely going down, and it will stabilize soon. So here is our super small habitable planet. Once again, here is Earth for comparison. You can see how small it really is. Let's put some city lights on it real quick. What's our total diameter? The radius is only, so it's like 12% the size of Earth. So you can imagine if Earth was 90% smaller. All right, there we go. Okay, now once again, I'm gonna try something that could be pretty difficult. We're gonna try to realistically create a planet. So I'm gonna start with just an asteroid, and I'm gonna try to throw some other asteroids into it. We're gonna put this one a little further out here though. Okay, so this might be a little harder. We're gonna throw some asteroids into this asteroid. Okay. Problem is, I think we're throwing asteroids that are bigger than the current asteroid we have, so it's kind of not working the same way. We're getting somewhere. Okay, this seems to work. So, I mean, by realistically, I just mean like matter forming over time. It's not that realistic to shoot asteroids into an object like this, but you can see it is round now. Let's turn on the flashlight so we can actually see it. Is it completely black? It's just completely black. Like completely. Is it gonna be completely black forever? Did we bug something? If I turn the color on, it's just completely black. Okay, I kind of like that though. We're gonna keep it like this. Before it flies out of the solar system like it's about to, let's auto orbit on this. The orbit lines look messed up because it's a binary system. There's not much we can do about that. Let's keep going with this. Throw some more asteroids into it. Okay. What's our size at right now? Still considered an asteroid. Yeah, we're gonna need to accelerate this. Okay, I can just add material, right? Let's add iron. Are they shooting into it? Oh, they're all shooting past. That's how small it is? Okay, those are flying into it. None of them are even being absorbed. They're all flying right by it. Look at that. I'm trying to shoot iron into it to like make it grow, you know? They're just flying by. How do I make them hit? You gotta aim super well. Watch this. I'm waiting for the mass to go up, but it's not working. Look, they're all flying by. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and just make it the size of the moon, and then don't worry. I'll throw stuff at it from here. Oh, the time is okay. Now we can grow it with this. Is it even growing? Okay, they're definitely going in. Okay. And okay, the mass is going up. You can see that now. See what? You can now it's working. Okay. Oh, it's causing heat on it. Okay, we're pushing iron into it. Let's switch to silicate because we want both. We're gonna get this up there. We'll make it similar size to Earth, I think. Okay, so the density is actually pretty low because you can see that the radius is almost the same as Earth, but the mass is only about 12%. So let me show you. Here's our black planet. Here is the size of Earth. So you can see they're pretty close in size, but the mass, this only has 12% of Earth's mass. Let's leave it like that though. I kind of like the idea of that. It is super black. I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna name it black hole, but it's really not a black hole. It does look like particles are shooting off of it. What's our temperature at? Okay, if we set this to 0, does that stop? It does. Okay, so we do have a bunch of iron floating around, but I think if I clear particles, those will go away. Perfect. We can delete these too. Oh no, wait, what happened? Wait, it's not black anymore. Just pretend. It's still black, what do you mean? Okay, I think I deleted the planet instead of the moons. Okay. Okay. I think that's an orbit. It's looking good. We got 3 planets down. We're going to do 3 more planets. We also are going to put a 3rd star in. I think we're going to do that next. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we're going to need a small star to be our 3rd star. We're going to use Proxima Centauri because this is a small star. And we're going to put it 10 AU out. So this is 10 times further out than Earth is from the sun. This should stay in orbit. It doesn't look like it is, but I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, I do want like a desert planet, sort of like Tatooine, because we have so many stars in this system. I think that it would be cool to have a Tatooine-like planet. Let's turn on habitable zone for Proxima Centauri. So we actually need it pretty close to this star. So now we have 2 stars over here orbiting each other, planets orbiting around those 2 stars. Then this star is orbiting around those stars also. And we have a planet orbiting around this star. NG3. Perfect. Okay, let's get this desert planet going. This is already looking very nice. We're not going to want this much water. Do we have life on this already? 30%. That's pretty good. Let's get rid of some of this water first. Dry it up a little bit. We still want a tiny bit so that there's, you know, life on it still. Let's go 2.9. Yeah. Atmosphere is way too thick too. We don't want it super thick. There we go. That's looking better. What's our mass at? Okay, it's 3 times the size of Earth. Let's make that more like 2 times. We don't want it super big. There we go. This is looking good. For the atmosphere color, I want this to be up. I do want to be able to see a little bit of clouds. Let's go low on the coverage, but high on the opacity. Okay, this is looking decent. I don't love the colors though. Let's fix those. More like orange, you know, pop out more. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, it does have a lot of ice. I think it took a lot of the water that, okay, we're going to get rid of all the water and then bring back a tiny bit. That'll help with that ice. I don't want a ton of ice on it. A little less than that, like this. So you can see it's going to be very dry, which is exactly what we want from a desert planet. Let's see how this is realistically going to look. Okay, this looks pretty cool, actually. You can see there's light coming from multiple stars. So the Proxima Centauri or NG3 light right here, and then you're still getting light from our other 2 stars. So you will be able to see all 3 stars on this planet, which is very cool. Let's give this planet a little moon. Okay, we're going to name it Tatooine backwards. So how would you do that? Tattoo. Yeah, tattoo we'll see. We'll see in his video if he understands what that's supposed to be. And then I'm pretty sure Tatooine's moon is just called Tattoo, or that might be its star, but I'm gonna name this one Tattoo backwards. Utat. There we go. Okay, let's make this a water world moon. Why not? Cover it with water, and we'll give it an atmosphere. Oh, it's got little islands too. That's so good. Oh, maybe not that thick. Just something like that. Okay, there we go. We got Enotat, not Tatooine, and Utat, its moon, orbiting our new star, NG3. Okay, let's do one more planet on NG3. So this will have 2 planets orbiting it. So I'm thinking we do a tidally locked planet now, kind of split. I've done planets like this before, so here's the thought I have with this one. We're gonna go tidally lock, which I can do right here. And then I want one half of it to be super hot and one half to be super cold. So let's give it an atmosphere. That's gonna help with this. It's in a good orbit, looks good. It is tidally locked to NG3 is what we want. Yes, okay. So this might be hard with the other 2 stars because those are gonna be heating it too. Oh, whoa, if you do it at the right time when the stars are facing away from each other, you can have a day on both sides of the planet at the same time. Look, right here. It's day on both sides and it's a little dimmer right where they meet, but yeah, day on both sides. That's cool. Okay, let's see if we can make this work then. I would like to, I think if we stabilize the temperature, it'll kind of force things to go how I want them to. Stabilize phases, maybe? Stabilize temperature. Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. It's already working. This side's really hot and this side's really cold. Yeah, that's the warm side. So I'm gonna add manually add ice to the cold side because looking like it's gonna need some help. Awesome. Okay, so there's our 2-sided planet. We're just gonna leave this out here. Okay, so we're gonna do one last planet now. And we have not done a gas giant yet, so we are going to do that. And I have an idea for a theme on this one. We're gonna put this one all the way out. I'm thinking we do a very, very large gas giant, pretty much as large as you can before it turns into a star. And we're gonna name it Neptunian Man. Better than Neptunian Guy, of course. Okay, we gotta make it blue and big. Let's do that. So I think the limit is around 30 Jupiters. Let's try that. Okay, that turns into a star, so let's make it go down to maybe 15. It forced itself down to about 10. So if we lock that and start bringing the radius up, I think we can get it. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's actually bigger than the sun right now. So I got the planet to about 10 Jupiters in mass, and it's a little bit bigger than the sun in its radius, actually. So if we put the sun, you can see it's bigger than the sun. So this is a very, very large gas giant. And for Neptunian Man, we gotta have it be blue. So let's see, let's make this pretty blue. Look at that orbit too, I kinda like that, it's like wobbly. Okay, there we go, there's a blue Neptunian Man. We're gonna give it some rings too. Let's give it like J1407b rings type giant rings, that would be so cool. If you don't know, J1407b has the biggest rings of any object. We're not gonna make them quite as big, but let's go like 50 million kilometers, which is very big. That's 50,000, 50 million, and we'll add a lot of particles in here. Add ring to Neptunian Man. Okay, so you can see how big our ring system is. Whoa, wait, how big did I make it? I didn't mean to make them as big as, okay. I think I added an extra 0. I did not mean to make it as bigger than the whole system. Okay. 50 million, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh, maybe I didn't do K and did object. Okay. 50 million kilometers, add ring. There we go. So you can see these are from pretty big rings. We're gonna leave those out here. Give it a blue interface color. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our planets in our system. So we have 3 stars. How many planets? 6 planets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 planets. Okay, so I'm gonna send this over to Neptunian Guy, and then we're gonna take a look at his system that he made for me. So let's do that now. Okay, I'm gonna put there is a secret somewhere, but there's no secret. Whoa, okay, here we go. This is the system that he made for me. Wow, okay, already you can see the background is definitely modded. That's not a default background. How can you get that in? Wow, okay. Well, we got a modded background. So it looks like you use Sirius as the main star. How many stars do we have? Is it just 1? Or is this a star? Okay, so there is another star out here. Wow, okay. So he's got a lot of objects in here. Let's do this. Whoa, okay. This is crazy. I need to learn how to mod objects like him. Okay, Sirius. And then our first planet is called Very Young Planet. So I'm pretty sure he pulled from his library. I created all planets for my system, but he was pulling planets that he'd already saved. But look at this planet. Whoa, okay, I don't know how they get the lighting like this. This is so cool. Okay, this is double the size of Earth. This is a pretty big planet. Very young planet, obviously. So it's just like a planet becoming a planet. You know, it's growing up. Wow, these orbits too. I didn't do anything fancy with orbits. I didn't even think about that. Okay, in Exodus 3, how do they get colors like this? Wow, that's insane. Are those clouds? They've gotta be. Yeah. How'd they get the clouds to glow like that? I really need to learn how to do stuff like this. That is super cool. Wow, okay. Okay, there's number 2, and then we got LP12. Look at these colors on here. I'm very impressed how, I mean, wow. Is it split? Okay, it's the way the lighting is splits it. Interesting, with the yellow city lights too. Are any of these habitable? This one's 74.3%. This is, people could live on this. That's insane. Could people live on this one too? No, not on that one. Okay, then we've got Inflictos? Whoa, whoa, okay, whoa. Now I'm like, whoa, this system's way crazier than mine. But oh my gosh. Whoa, wait, look at that. It's like changing as I scroll over it. Banded 47. Take a look at this. How many bands does this have? Yeah, that's why. That is so cool though, the way it looks. Wow. You can add so many bands to gas giants and it just looks amazing. Banded 47. Banded 14, we got another super banded. This one looks even more banded. Look at that. How many bands is that? That must have taken literally an hour or more to add all those because there's no way to, you have to manually do them all. Can you add more past that? You can. Look at the way it alternates just by adding bands. The colors. I ruined the pattern though. So now there's a tiny little white spot on the bottom. Take that. Okay. Ooh, okay, next one. 2 Epsilon what is it? Eridani C1. Also a gas giant, it looks like. These super banded gas giants are actually so cool. And I don't know who made these. If it was Neptunian guy, thank you. If it was someone else, also thank you. Because these are super cool to see. And obviously they take forever. So great job to whoever made this. You can see all of the details. That's crazy. I'm actually in love with this background. I wish that I could use it in my systems. I'm sure I could figure out a way to, but I think it's super cool. Okay, we got Neptunian, which is another gas giant. Probably. Whoa, wait, look. As I move, it changes colors. How do they do that? Like, how do they do all this stuff? I really need to know now. I'm gonna talk to Neptunian guy and learn how to do some of this stuff because that is so cool. Okay, Gasser Green. A glowing green gas giant. Take a look at that. That's insane. It's got a couple moons. Inexius 9.1. Wow. Okay, like, how do they get... Is this just the ground glowing? Oh, is this one water? No, clouds? Okay, that one's clouds. So they can make clouds glow or the ground glow. Okay. Orion. Huh? How do they do this with the lighting? It's definitely modded objects, but that looks like a freaking eyeball, and it's freaking me out. How do they do this? Gas dwarf. Is this a gas giant? Is it really? Is it supposed to be a gas giant, maybe? Oh, maybe this object didn't work. Because it does look cool under the clouds, but the clouds kind of make it round. I don't know if it's supposed to be a gas dwarf. I don't think it is. Okay, we got Fomalhaut C, maybe? Oh yeah, this is our second star. Okay, so it is a binary system. And then this has a couple planets. Wow. Okay, is that lava or water? Okay, it's red water, and then we got purple city lights. Okay, is this habitable? Yeah, 72.5%. That is habitable, definitely. Then Themia. Wow. Okay, like, how do they do this? There's gotta... I don't even know. This one has a very, very, very small chance of life, but it's not zero. It's made, like, completely of iron, pretty much. You can see that here. Wow. Very bright yellow, and then Aria, or Area. This is a gas giant. Look at that. Okay, so this is one of the main things I want to learn how to do, because it looked like some of the other gas giants were using it, where it's sort of black right where you're looking. Super, super cool. I am very impressed with this system. Then we got 33B Rogue. Super black. Does it look like anything if we turn on the flashlight? Super dark. It is there, though. How many bands? Whoa, look at these colored bands. How did they color it like this, but it looks like this? That's confusing. Because it definitely doesn't look like that. These modded objects are wild. Okay, the Watcher. Ooh, the Watcher. Whoa! How did they do this? It looks... It's literally an eye. That is insane. Okay, I'm saving this one. Thank you, whoever made this one. It's mine now. These are so cool. These objects are way cooler than anything I've ever made. And then finally we have 2 Nightmare Deluxe, which is another gas giant with insane bands again, black and red. Really, really cool looking. Wow. Okay, I want to thank everyone who made objects for this video because they're super cool. And I want to thank Neptunian Guy also for making this system. If you want to see him take a look at my system and how he built this system, click right here. I'll make it show up. You should see it right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this with me and Neptunian Guy, leave a like on the video. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.